Hunter, what are you tracking for us?
Tracking a summer-like day today, Annalise. 80 degrees for a high temperature. It's pretty rare this time of year we get that high. It's even near a record high of 85. That was set back in 1947 here in the Med City. But we are starting out very warm. 50s, 60s for some of us. In Rochester, it is 54. Southwesterly winds around 9 miles per hour have allowed us to see these very warm conditions this morning. You probably won't even need the light jacket, as we will quickly climb to those 70s and eventually 80s later on this afternoon. Holding on to the 50s in one location, New Hampton, in the 40s this morning. Still, probably you won't need the jacket because of how warm we are supposed to be today. Low 60s on right now in Owatonna, 63 for our current temperature. Now we'll climb rapidly, as I've been saying, today with a mix of sun and clouds, right around 80 degrees. If you have a hike in your plans today, nice one to do it. You will have a few breezes out there that might kick up the dust on the ground, but that will also, the dust in the atmosphere, lead us to some reduced air quality later on today. All thanks to these winds, generally around 15 to 20 mile per hour gusts could be possible. Now these won't be prolonged throughout the whole day, but a few gusts could be strong here and there, and that will eventually start kicking up that dust along the gravel roads and the recently harvested fields out there all throughout southeast Minnesota and north Iowa. Big driver of this is the lack of rain. We really need it, but we've only received 1/100th of an inch of rain here in the Med City over this whole month. We typically get just over an inch and a half in terms of average. As for Mason City in North Iowa, big old goose egg, where we typically get just over an inch and 3/4. So more than likely, we will be ending this month on a below average note. As for this week, barely any rain chances in store. 20% chance for Tuesday night and Thursday, but I'm not even confident in those. I honestly doubt we even see any rain over this next 5-day stretch. But in terms of that air quality, I talked about it earlier, those winds picking up that dust and lofting it into the air, that will be the cause of our moderate air quality today with those ongoing drought conditions. So any sensitive groups out there, you're probably going to need to limit your time outdoors today and throughout any day that we do see those rather gusty winds thanks to how dry we are. And that dryness has allowed our colors to really start to pop. Past peak colors now in Rochester and portions of Wabasha County, but the peaks are starting to increase all throughout our region. As for the next 7, we're holding on in the 80s today, 70s tomorrow, but look at that, 50s to return on Wednesday. And generally, we're going to moderate right around 60 heading into the back half of our week, Annalise, and heading into the weekend. So still above average for this time of year.
Yeah, not feeling like late October.
No.
All right.
It's unfortunate.